Hello guys, it's Ina. Today is a very urgent video that was not planned at all. So I was sleeping normally in my bed and I was having some good dreams, and my dad came and he woke me up and he said, okay, we have an emergency. I was like, oh my god, what happened? I instantly knew something happened with some pets, because otherwise what kind of emergency could it be? And he told me that a car crossed over our dog. So we had to go to the vet. The issue is we have a vet very close to us. It's like about 400-500 meters away, but it's a big dog, so there she is. Lucky I thought she was like maybe about 40 kilograms, maybe 30, so it's very difficult to carry her. I cannot carry her. My dad cannot carry her because he had insult, so it's kind of very difficult to do. So basically we can't carry her. The vet cannot come and pick her up because they don't have such facilities. I mean, you can call a vet to come home, but anyway, a dog should be transported to the clinic. So it's kind of how we're going to do it. So to get the taxi, it's also very difficult because not every taxi driver will take a dog, and especially it's a big dog and it's a smelly dog because it's a street dog. So we have this car that used to be mine, and I sold it to my mom for like 1 ruble only, just because like I don't need a car. I moved away from Russia, so I moved to China, so I gave it to her. And I have my driving license, that you watch the videos that I got it, but the issue is that the accumulator, the battery was not kind of connected. Another issue was that the car was parked just over here, and I couldn't open the hood because the top of the canal, the roof of the canal would hit it, it's metal. So I couldn't open the hood, this one, to check the accumulator, the battery. And here is the battery, by the way. And this clamor, it was off, so luckily I didn't have to reinstall the battery. I just had to put this on, and I was not sure that the car would actually start. I was not sure if I have any fuel or anything. So another issue with the tires, because 2 back tires, they were completely flat, and we had to do something with it. So luckily we have this compressor and this part, and I thought, okay, we'll be able to fix the tires, but this thing does not fit the tires. You cannot use it. So we didn't have anything else, and there was no pump in the car, but it's supposed to be there. So luckily we found another one, this one, and it shows the bars, how much the pressure should be in the tires. The problem is that I completely didn't know how much pressure should be in the tires, so I had to Google. But luckily, okay, I did Google. It's supposed to be 2 or 2.3 bars, and actually mine, the pressure in my tires, I put it like below 2 because I was really scared that it will explode, and I was not sure that this barometer worked well. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to destroy the car, or the only option to bring the dog to the vet. So the next issue is that I was not sure that the car will start up because the battery was unplugged for the whole summer. It's like almost 4 months no one has driven this car, and it was really scary. And I haven't driven the car in 10 years. So my last time I drove anything, it was a motorcycle, like in Hanoi. It was the manual one, and semi-automatic, and automatic. And in Sweden it was the moped. So that was my latest experience with driving, but I haven't driven a car. I haven't sitting behind the steering wheel for 10 years. So you can imagine how scared I was, and I had to drive somewhere, even though it's close, but you have to go to the main road where buses and everything, and it is scary. And I also had to park and also had to get out of the house, and you can see like where the dog is, where she's drinking water. There is a big gate and there is kind of a slope, and my car is manual, so it took me some okay, the car died only one time on that slope because I was too scared to press the acceleration, the gas too fast, too much. So because there were some other cars were parked outside, I didn't want to get into accident anything. One accident was enough. Another problem was that because I haven't been in the car for such a long time, I had to Google where is which pedal, where is the brakes, where is the acceleration, where is the for gear, for stuff. Also, I was not really sure about the gearbox, which one is rear, which one is not. But actually it went really fine. I did not have any problems with this. I was so surprised. My dad was also surprised. I was like, wow, you haven't driven in 10 years and we did it. You made it. So when I went to the clinic, luckily there were some parking slots, and it's a kind of not very popular place. I mean, for parking, there are like not so many businesses there. We had to, there is a blue blanket from my childhood, by the way, so we had to put the dog, lay her on this blanket and lift and put it like in the car, at the trunk of the car, and it was somewhat okay. So then we went to the vet, and then the doctor came and helped us actually to carry her, because it was very, I don't know, uncomfortable with the blanket there. They had very narrow kind of paths with the doors. And the check has begun there. While we were doing the checks and everything, we had to wait for maybe 30-40 minutes until the doctor will get free from the previous patient. And so he brought her to the room and did like the how called manual check. When he touches and checks, everything looked somewhat fine. Then we went to the x-ray. We did a lot of x-rays on the neck, on the shoulders, on the ribs, and then there we found out that she has some problems with the ribs, that 4 ribs on the left side are broken, and possibly one on the right side is also damaged, maybe even something with the shoulder blade a little bit, maybe there is a crack, maybe something. And they didn't have a surgeon in the clinic today at this time, so we have to take all of the x-rays and have another consultation. Probably I will do it online first, because I have like a free vet consultation in my app from work, so I will probably do that at first. Then we'll see, because she seems kind of fine. Then we did the ultrasound, so to check if there's any liquid in the stomach, in the belly, around kidneys area or anything like that. So there was kind of nothing abnormal, everything was fine. Then we did some blood samples, and there was a little bit of the issue there, because the blood, for some reason, it was very difficult to find her veins. And while we finally found the vein and we were like taking the samples, suddenly I felt so bad and I almost fainted. I was like, okay, I'm fainting. A chair, I sat on the chair, I was like, no, I'm still fainting. So the doctor wanted to lift me and put on the bench to sit, and I was like, no, I'm fine, I'm walking. So, and I was lying on the bench. My dad had to step up and hold the dog while they were taking blood samples, and I was just lying there. It was like hilarious, I would say. The thing is, it's not that I'm sick or anything is wrong with me. I have this type of issue when it's kind of hot, maybe a little bit stressful, or not enough fresh air circulation. I might faint. Actually, I have never actually fainted. Like, maybe it was a reaction to the blood. No, it is not reaction to the blood. It is for standing. I do not physically like to stand a lot, and I really hate it, and my body doesn't like standing. So when I say that I have kind of low energy, yeah, when I'm low energy person, someone doesn't really believe me, but this is it. This is really what happens if I have to stand for a long time. So you can see Lucky is now, she's walking. This is her son Gray with white feet, and another one is Lucky. So basically we also gave her a shot of how call it, painkillers, to reduce her pain, and now she can walk. We were told that she shouldn't run, she shouldn't jump, and she's old. She's an old dog. She's maybe 13 years old at least, so she doesn't do it anyway. So we have to monitor her, and we have to check and see. And the thing is that the bill was really expensive, and I asked my dad, okay, did you save the plates of the guy who hit the dog? He said no. I was like, okay, did he give you some money, or did you ask him for some money for the check? He said no. But I understand him because he was in shock and everything, but his priority was to get the dog out of the car. He said that the driver and another man, I don't know if he was just passerby or maybe he was the passenger in that car, that they tried to lift the car, and my dad was pulling the dog out of the car. And I mean, she's walking, everything. She's just so lucky because she's a little bit a big girl, and this fat and muscles actually saved her, that she didn't have a lot of bad injuries. So no bleeding, nothing like that. So the neck is so far is fine. So she is drinking water like 3 or 4 times because it's still hot. It is October, but I'm sweaty. It is hot, and you see in the t-shirt, and it is hot. So yeah, I will update you about her condition after we'll do some stuff and checks. And also it's really good that it happened today, not tomorrow, because today is my last day off work. Tomorrow I start working. I have a 12-hour shift from 7 in the morning until 7 in the evening, or maybe from 10 to 10. I don't remember, I need to check. So tomorrow I don't know if it would have been possible for us to do all of this stuff. So I'm glad that it's here. The dog feels somewhat fine, and we'll hope that she will heal very fast. Thanks everyone for watching. If you have any advice for what to do with a dog who has broken ribs, maybe something that helped you to help your dog to... My brain shut down. I'm sorry, it's just like everything. It's the dog, it's me that I fainted, and you know, I'm also still sick because I haven't finished with my I mean, yesterday I just shut down my, no, 2 days ago on the Wednesday I shut down my sick leaves, but I'm still sick a little bit. That's why I'm also not completely healed. Anyway, I hope everything would be fine. Now I'm driving, and oh yeah, I forgot one thing, the documents for the fucking car. When I was driving car, the documents were always in the front. Was here, you like open it and there were documents. Now see what is here. I don't even know what. Oh, maybe they were on top. No, and there is nothing. Oh, here they are. Haha. Okay, there are documents. Fuck, I wouldn't have actually thought that they were here. At least there are documents for the car. This is good, but I am not listed in the insurance. So if anything happens, like even if the police stops and you are not in the insurance, you're fucked. Basically, there will be a fine for you. And actually, I think there is not even proper documentation for the car owner or whatever. There is not. In Russia you can drive a car if you are listed in the insurance. So you can buy different types. First is kind of open insurance, so it's expensive, but whoever is in the car, they can drive it, so it's fine. Or you can list a certain amount of people, and depending on those people, there will be the cost of the insurance, and everything depends on the driving, how do you call it, for how long do you have driving license, have you had accidents, so all of those things, they're counted, and you have to pay. And because I'm not really living here, I haven't been living here for 10 years, so I was not listed in the insurance. And my mom, she has bought insurance recently, like maybe 2 weeks ago, and she asked me, do I want to be in the list? I said no, because it's more expensive and I don't drive, and they don't have to do anything, I don't have to go anywhere. And yes, second time when mom is not home, the problem would likely happen. Actually, the reason why I bought this car was one of the reasons. Before I bought, maybe half a year before I bought this car, it was again lucky. The same dog, she got super sick and we had to go to the vet, who was quite far, and we had to pay a lot of money to the taxi. And one time she puked in the car and the driver got super mad, and we had to pay extra for the cleaning and stuff, and for many reasons, but that was one of the reasons that, okay, we need to have a car. We always had a car, but it was always a van, a Gazelle, so I cannot drive it. I cannot drive it. Okay, I can drive it, but I should never drive it, let's call it this way. Especially in the big crowded city like Krasnodar, it's like no. Even with this tiny car, it's a little bit difficult for me to figure out the size of the car. Am I enough, like, to the front or to the back? How close am I to other cars? So you can imagine how terrified I was, and when we got to the clinic I was shaking because I was so nervous and scared, and it was a big stress for me to drive the car. Finally, it's over. We are back, safe, sound. And when we were driving back, I was driving, I don't want to lie, okay, the road was bad and bumpy, gravel road, and I was driving less than 10 kilometers per hour. I would say maybe there were like 5 kilometers, maybe 6 per hour. It's kind of okay speed for such a bumpy road, but I would say usually you'll drive at least maybe 15. So you can imagine how stressed I was. So finally, now it is the end of the video. Thank you everyone for liking, subscribing, and please wish everyone good health for my dog. She has to be fine very soon. She has to. So thanks again. Bye bye.